Hello everybody, Infinite Shinjo here, and welcome to a sort of new series on my channel. The reason that I say it's a sort of a new series is because it's going to be in a different folder aside from Let's Talk Anime, but it's still going to fall under the anime category. And in this series, I'm going to discuss anime in more detail than I normally do in Let's Talk Anime, because there are sometimes I want to discuss a certain thing from an anime or an opening or anything like that, but I have to find two other topics to cover for a Let's Talk Anime episode. So this is just going to be a separate thing. I'm not sure when I'm going to be posting this. I have a couple ideas in my head right now of what I'm going to discuss, but it's not going to be a common thing. And for the sake of naming, this is just going to be called Anime Discussions. And in this first episode, I'm going to be discussing two different anime that have one specific topic, but handle it in two different ways. Those anime are Sansha Sanyou and Wakaba Girl. This probably isn't the best foot to come out on, considering this is the first episode of this new series, but I did not write a script out for this at all. I'm only doing this based off of memory, and if it's cluttered, that's fine by me, and if it's fine by you, it's okay. So anyway, let's get into this topic. The basic plot of both shows is it's almost an entirely all-female cast, with the main character of both shows coming from a rich family. But that's where the similarities stop, because in Sansha Sanyou, the main character's father recently loses their job, so they're more or less poor. Not poor by normal people's standards, but poor by their standards. But in Wakaba Girl, she's still coming from a wealthy family, everything's good in her family life, so she's still got money. The way they handle both shows does incorporate a bit of comedy in both, but Sansha Sanyou has the main character transition from her normal life that she's used to living among, as she calls it, commoners or peasants. I can't remember. Probably something like that. But with Wakaba Girl, obviously she doesn't have to worry about money as much. She can basically do whatever she wants. And the main difference between the two main characters is their personalities. The main character in Sansha Sanyou, which I can't remember her name right now, and I feel a little bit bad for it, but her basic thing is kind of like Alba Suzukaze from New Game. She's kind of backwards at times, but when she sets her mind to something, she can do it. But Wakaba and Wakaba Girl, basically think of Bianca from Pokemon. The games or the anime, either one's fine. And that's basically Wakaba. Wakaba is exactly what you would imagine from somebody that has that design. She's kind of clumsy, hilarious when she has random one-liners, like in one episode they're making food or whatever, and she holds a knife up with a menacing look. So, this is a knife? And obviously she's not going to do anything malicious because she's just so innocent and pure, but it's just funny to have scenes like that in it. But Sansha Sanyou does more with developing its main cast by giving them all distinct personalities, backstories on why they do what they do, and how they got to be the person they are. But Wakaba Girl basically tells you what the characters do in like the first episode, and then you're basically taking a trip along with them for the rest of the episodes. The final difference between the two, which I didn't mention at all yet, is how the episodes are handled. Not as far as how they handle the characters, the plots, anything like that. Sansha Sanyou is exactly what you would expect from an anime. Roughly 12, 13 episode runtime with 20 to 30 minutes per episode. But Wakaba Girl has the exact same number of episodes, but the episodes cap off at less than 10 minutes per episode. So this is where I throw the question over to you. Judging from what I've said about both of these shows right now, or if you've even watched either one of these shows yourselves, which one of these shows do you find more interesting? Which one of them do you enjoy more? Because it's intriguing that Wakaba Girl is less airtime and Sansha Sanyou is a whole lot more airtime, but personally for me, I enjoyed Wakaba Girl just a little bit more. I personally never found it a chore when I came home from a long day and thought, well, now I gotta watch another episode of Wakaba Girl. Actually, I think I watched the entire series in 2 days, which goes to show how popular and short it is for me. Now, of course, that's not to degrade Sansha Sanyou, because the way they handle the show is good. I really enjoy it. But I think that's going to do it for this first episode of Anime Discussions. Obviously, like I said, I'm not sure if this is going to be a daily occurrence. Honestly, if any concept or anything like that from an anime intrigues me, or I want to compare and contrast an anime like I do with this episode, then I'll do it. If you have any ideas or suggestions or anything that I can do with this, make sure to leave them in the comment section. And I'll either discuss it in an anime discussion, or let's talk anime. That's the beauty about this, I can do it with either one. And again, if you've seen either one of these shows, let me know which one of them you prefer. And honestly, if you got maybe 1 or 2 days free, watch Wakaba Girl. I don't really want to promise much, but I can guarantee you'll be laughing at least a couple times in the show. I certainly did. But that is going to do it for this episode, so until the next one, Momentai.